asking you, the Nigeria badminton fraternity has been a beehive of activities lately. What are the intentions?
Well, part of the promises we made during the elections was to give the players a very busy calendar. I always said something that no matter how good a player is, if you train from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, if you don't have competitions, there's no way you can really evaluate how good your game is. So we felt strongly that we needed to expose these players to more competitions, both within and outside the country. So it was a kind of target we set for ourselves, that we're going to hit the ground running and make sure we have as many competitions as possible for our players.
Well, you successfully staged 2 national championships back-to-back. What was the level of competitiveness? Your thoughts?
Well, very high. The standard was very high. In fact, to be very frank with you, we were pleasantly surprised at the level of the game played by the players, because we are taught, because they've not been having a lot of national championships in quite a number of years, the standard was going to be low, but we were really shocked. Well, I think it was partly because we had told everybody that the competitions were coming, so people had a bit of time to prepare. And I must tell you that the standard was quite high.
Okay, Francis, are you considering, a state or national badminton league that will constantly keep players close to their rackets?
Well, we are working on that. We are first and foremost, we are challenging the zonal reps. We want activities in the game in every zone. We have some zones that are lagging behind. We want to bring them up to speed, to the same level with all the other zones. So we want to have zonal competitions. Of course, if we start from the states and then move on to the zonal before we get to the national. The league, what we are planning is to have something, we have quite a number of badminton clubs. Of course, membership is basically veterans who just play the game for fun and relaxation. But we think strongly that it's a very good resource avenue for us to tap in, because there are quite a number of them who are also very passionate about the game and they are ready to put in some kind of support and sponsorship. So we are trying to see how we can do something that is going to be revolving around the clubs.
Okay, how soon will badminton become a popular sport, perhaps as popular as football in Nigeria? Well,
the potentials are very, they are quite there, and I can tell you that the future is very bright for the sport in Nigeria. What I've found out in my travel around the country is that the game is getting very popular, especially among the veterans. That's why we have a lot of clubs, badminton clubs in Nigeria. But we've not been able to take advantage of this, which is what we intend to do. So we're also intending to take the game to schools, the grassroots program. We want to take the game of badminton back to schools. And that is, for me, that is the foundation for a very successful campaign to make it a very popular game in the country. So those 2 aspects, take advantage of the clubs and then take advantage of the schools. It's going to be a two-pronged approach, and I can tell you that it's going to come out with very successful results.
Well, Francis Orbih is the president of the Badminton Federation of Nigeria. Many thanks for sharing your thoughts with me on the show.